Hey everybody, it's Mr. Lambert with one more day of bell ringer fun before we get into our 8-step assessments tomorrow. This will be your last day to review, so let's do some review before we get into our other review. So this should be stuff that you all know how to do, and we have done some just like each of these questions this week. So first thing we need to do for this one, we'll read the question together. I'll have you choose your answer, and then we'll check them just like usual. So I've got 3,479 for our first problem here, divided by 21. Again, think of chunks of 2 digits as you go through with each step of this problem. Go ahead and give it a try, and we'll check it together here in just a second. All right, here we go. Let's see, I don't like that purple color. Let's try something else. Let's just do red. I know red scares some of you, but it's all right. Okay, we've got 21 into 34 would be our first set of 2 digits. Now, if I think of this as 20, if I do 22 times, that would give me 40, which is way too big for 34. So let's just do 1 time in here. 1 times 21, of course, is going to be 21. I don't even have to do each digit. I know that one. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So I have 13 left over. Even though that's pretty big, it is less than 21, so that means I was correct for my first digit. We're going to bring our 7 down now and try this next set of numbers. So 21 into 137, if I'm thinking of this as a 2 times 7 would give me 14, which is a little too big here. So let's try 6. 7 doesn't work. 2 times 6 should give me something close to 12, so 120 here, and that should be pretty good. So 6 times 1 will be 6, and 6 times 2 again is 12. 137 minus 126, and 7 minus 6 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. That is less than 21, so we're good to go. Last digit here will be a 9 that we're going to bring down. After this one, if we've got anything left, we've got a remainder because we're on our last digit. So 20 into 119. Well, again, if I think of this as a 2, 2 times 6 was 126, which seems a little bit too big. So let's try 5. It's going to be the closest we can do. So 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 times 2 is 10. So 4 minus 5, we're going to have a remainder again here at the bottom. So 9 minus 5 is 4. Thinking out loud, aren't I? 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is nothing, which 14 is less than 21, so we are good to go. And here's our answer, 165 with a remainder of 14. If you have any questions on that one, hit me up during office hours, and we'll check that out together. We can try a couple like it until you're feeling a little more comfortable with that type of problem. Moving on to number 2. Find the sum. So I've got 2 fairly large decimal numbers, but I just need to add them up. So go ahead and add 85 and 560 thousandths and 53 and 339 thousandths. Choose your answer from the side, and we'll check it here together in just a second. All right. This is pretty straightforward. I'm going to rewrite my number. Might be a little hard to see, but I'm going to try to line these numbers up. It's a little bit more difficult with this writing tool. I did a pretty good job that time. So we just need to make sure our numbers are lined up, and we'll just add straight down in our decimal point. Again, we'll come straight down with this. So 9 plus nothing is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 5 plus 3 is 8. So I've got 899 thousandths. 5 plus 3 is 8. And 5 plus 8 is 13. So I got 138 and 899 thousandths. That is the correct answer. If you have any questions on that, please let me know during office hours. We can move through something that is similar. But again, you just need to line your numbers up with your decimal points when you're doing addition of decimals. The decimal point will go straight down right underneath where it is in your question into your answer. And then it's just like regular addition. All right, moving on. Question number 3 today, we've got subtraction of fractions. Again, it's going to work much the same way as it did with addition. Go ahead and give this one a try. choose your answer from the answers on the side there, and we'll check it together in just a second. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take my 43 and 879. My 8s are hard to make with this big old tool here. There we go, 879 thousandths. Subtract those guys out. Just get rid of those, and then we're going to subtract straight down. Just like usual, remember our decimal point will go straight down into our answer. So right here between our tenths digits and our ones, just like usual. So nothing minus 9, we can't do that, but we can steal from over here and make this a 3. So I've got 10 minus 9 is 1. Can't take 7 away from 3, so I've got to steal from here. That also makes that a 3, and this a 13. So 13 minus 7 is 6. Can't take 8 from 3, so I've got to keep stealing. I'll make this a 4. And that a 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. Whoop. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 6 minus 4 is 2. So I have 21 and 561 thousandths. Pretty straightforward. Again, if you got any questions on that, please let me know during office hours, and we can work through one like that again with you pretty easily until we're feeling a little more comfortable with those. All right, moving on. Quick ones today. All right, we've got division of fractions. We've done this a couple times this week, so you should be feeling pretty rock star when it comes to dividing fractions. Just remember your rule: keep, change, and flip. And then go ahead and give this a try. Choose the answer from the side there that you think is correct, and we'll check it together in just a moment. All right. We are going to keep, change, flip. We're going to keep our first number the same, 8/11ths. Change division to multiplication sign, and flip our second set of digits here. 3/5 becomes 5/3. And now we just multiply straight across. 8 times 5 is 40. And 3 times 11 is 33. 40 33rds, but again, we would want to make this a mixed number, just so we know what we're really dealing with. So 40 minus 33, let's see, that would be one full set out. So I have one thing, and I would have 7 left over, because 40 minus 33 is 7, and our 33rds is actually going to stay our denominator. So I have 1 and 7/33, and that is as far as we can go, because 7 and 33 do not have any other factors in common. So I can't divide them both by the same thing to simplify any further. So 1 and 7/33 would be your answer there. If you got any questions, let me know. We can work through some like that. I know simplifying is a little difficult for some of you. If you have any questions on that, let me know. We can work through those, some questions like that together today until you got the hang of it. All right, last but not least, find the product. You're going to be multiplying with decimals. We've also done this a few times this week, so remember the rule. Go ahead and give it a try. We'll check it here in just a second. All right, guys and gals, so as I'm working through this, I'm going to need blue. I'm kind of tired of red. I know right off the top of my head that 1.8 is really close to 2. So when I'm done here, I should have an answer that's pretty close to 43 times 2, which this would be a 6 and this would be an 8. So my answer should be very close to 86. We'll see if our answer comes out somewhere similar. So again, I'm going to rewrite. And I am not even going to worry about decimals as even I'm writing this thing right now. I'm just going to count up my decimal places when I'm done with my answer, and then we'll put them back in and check and see if they make sense. So 7 times 8, we're going to start with the ones digit here, of course, on our bottom number, the bottom factor, multiply it across, and then we'll deal with our tens digit. So 8 times 7 is 56. We'll put a, no, Mr. Lambert, we want to put the 6 down. We'll carry the 5. 8 times nothing is, well, nothing. Plus 5 would give us 5. 8 times 3 is 24. So we'll put our 4 down, carry our 2. And 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 2 more gives me 34. So we've got a great big number there, but again, remember, we're going to have to deal with our decimals at the end. So don't get too scared here, because again, our answer should be somewhere close to 86. All right. Now we dealt with this digit, and we are done with it. Now this is a 1, so of course I'm going to start multiplying straight across. No, I'm not really. First thing I need to do is I need to remember that's not a 1. That's actually a 10 as part of 18. And to deal with it like a 1, I've got to drop a magical 0. It's not really magical. It's just how we deal with powers of 10. Now we can deal with our 10 like it is a 1, like a single digit. So 1 times 7 would give us 7. 1 times nothing is nothing. Nothing to carry over. We're good. 1 times 3 is 3. And 1 times 4, of course, is 4. Okay, those lined up nice this time. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 7 is 2. 4 plus nothing would give us, indeed, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 3 plus 4 is 7. Now, again, I need an answer that's somewhere close to 86. This number is a little lower. So let's see here. I've got, I think this would be the closest place that my decimal point would go. But let's double check this. I've got 1, 2, 3 spaces behind a decimal or to the right of a decimal point in my question. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 into my answer. So it looks like my answer that I got is 77 and 426 thousandths. All right, guys and gals, that is it for today for your bell ringer. If you have any questions on either of these, oh no, Mr. Lambert, that's yeah, something didn't feel right. Forgot to make that a 12 and carry the 1 over. 77 and 526 thousandths. All right, if you've got any questions over that, well, give me a call today and we'll work through it together. But good job on these. Keep rocking through and practicing this stuff. We'll keep working on them if you're having trouble with it until we get it right. Now you're going to work on your last day of review material before we get into our 8-step. So you've got one more set of IXL problems to work on today that will look like a lot of what you'll see on your 8-step test and unit test tomorrow. You'll have 2 short assessments to take. If you have any questions on what you're working on today in IXL, please make sure to contact your teacher. This is your last chance to work on these types of problems before you're assessed over it with that final assessment. Remember, guys and gals, that is a test, which means it's going to be worth more points than a normal assignment. So please, please, please let your teacher know if you have any questions over those. All right, guys and gals, go ahead and get started on those IXLs. Good work today. Keep working hard.